This is a very quick lesson on how to add and take away from selections. I went up here and I picked the marquee tool, and I'm going to make a rectangle. I've got black in here. I'm going to click it so the color picker comes up, and I pick kind of a magenta, and then I'm going to move my cursor into here and get a lighter pink, and then I'm going to go get a brush, and notice I can just go across the whole screen. My brush is at 60%. That's why you see those opacity. But that's the selection. Okay, I'm going to undo that. And now I'm going to make an elliptical selection. I'm going to go back to the brush. This time I'm going to change the opacity up here to 100%. I'm going to go to the color picker by clicking the foreground color chip in my toolbar and pick a cyan. And I want to get a bright cyan. And I'm going to paint, and that's the shape that Photoshop recognizes as the stencil or the marching ants. So I'm going to undo. Now I'm going to make an ellipse or an oval, and then I'm going to hold the Option key. See that minus sign? And I'm going to do that. And I just took a nice big bite out of the stencil. That's called taking away from the stencil. So I'm going to go back to my brush. This works with fill. This works with a lot of different features. This is quick and dirty. We're going to learn a lot more in the class. I got kind of a chartreuse color there. See, paint. Undo. Those are the keyboard shortcuts I'm using for the history panel. I'm going to show you, here's the lasso, freehand. That's the shape that's going to let me paint in. I'm going to go up here and pick a color up here this time in the colors panel. See this? This is the colors panel. So I'm going to pick a green. I'm going to this time go edit, fill. And it says black here. It'll default to content aware. You want foreground color. Okay. I'm going to deselect, Command D on a Mac, Control D on a PC, and that's what the shape looked like. So I'm going to go out here and I'm going to show you add to shape. I'm going to do another freehand, and then I'm going to hold the shift key this time and do a freehand, and do a freehand, and do a freehand. And now it looks like a tooth, huh? And I'm going to get the rectangle and hold. See that plus? Add to. And now I'm going to hold the Option key, take away from. And now when I go to fill this, let's pick a color out of here. Let's pick a blue. I could paint or fill or whatever. Fill, foreground color. Okay. And there is my selection. I used the lasso. I used the rectangle. I don't think I used the ellipse, but you begin, as you learn the selection tools make stencils essentially. What's inside the marching ants is what gets affected. What's outside the marching ants does not. So that's the quick and dirty one, quick and dirty lesson. I'm going to use my keyboard shortcut. Now I forgot it. Shift, Control or Command Z. No. Option, Command Z, or Alt Control Z on the PC. See, I'm going back. And now I had filled it with white before I started the recording. Sorry about that. I could go here to my history panel real quick if I wanted the white there, and go back one to when I filled it with white, or here. Oh no. Let's see, open. Ooh, that was something else. I had to go all the way down, and I filled it with white. All right, that's it. See you later.